Daddy, can you tell me a story?
Sure! Okay, first I thought I'd tell you guys a story about a little girl who wears a red hood.
Great, I love Red Riding Hood.
No, it's not Little Red Riding Hood. No, that's something else.
It's a girl with a red hood.
No, this is the one where she goes to see her grandma and then she runs into the wolf.
Yeah, that's basically Little Red Riding Hood.
I don't think so. Anyway, let me tell this story. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Little Red Riding Hood.
Hi, I'm Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood lived alone in the forest with her mother and her cat.
Mommy, why did you call me Little Red Riding Hood?
Because you're always wearing a Red Riding Hood.
But it's not like I was born with this thing, or was I?
Let's not question it too much, dear.
Little Red Riding Hood also had a grandmother who lived far across the woods.
Mommy, why does Grandma live so far away?
We got in an argument a long time ago.
Can I ask what the argument was about?
And I'm not going to tell you.
Sometimes Little Red Riding Hood worried about her grandma living all alone.
Does Grandma have anything good to eat?
Of course she does.
I don't know, the last time I was at Grandma's, her cooking wasn't very good.
What can you do about it?
I am gonna do something about it.
Little Red Riding Hood had an idea. She was going to bring her grandma a basket full of goodies to eat.
I have a basket full of goodies for my grandma to eat.
What's that, dear Red Riding Hood?
I have some goodies here for Grandma. I have some potato chips, Pop-Tarts, and hamburger helper.
You're bringing her a hamburger helper?
You've had Grandma's cooking. She needs all the helping hands she can get.
But Little Red Riding Hood's mother was worried.
I'm worried about you walking all alone across the woods with that basket full of goodies.
What's wrong with the little girl walking through the woods completely alone?
Some people say there's a big bad wolf in those woods.
But Little Red Riding Hood didn't believe her.
Big bad wolves only exist in fairy tales, Mommy.
I really feel like I should go with you, but I'm very tired.
Well, I guess Grandma won't get her basket of goodies today then.
Go for it. If a wolf gives you any problems, you can throw a rock at it or something.
Best mother ever.
So Little Red Riding Hood set out on her way. But first she sang a song.
I'm going over to Grandma's. I'm going over to Grandma's. I'm going over to Grandma's to bring her some food. Whoa, 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 whoa. And when I get out... Wait, what's that music?
Oh, what? I thought we agreed that there would be backup music.
No, we're doing this part as an a cappella. We talked about this.
No, but like the music, it adds all this life to it. See, it's like... And then like the electric guitar comes in like... You remember that? We did this whole thing.
That's not an electric guitar. That's a little plastic toy guitar.
Well, yeah, obviously it is, plastic, but I mean, you have to use your imagination. I mean, this is going to add a lot of production value to the video.
No, you're ruining the story. Just go.
Alright.
Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, and when I get out to Grandma's, and when I get out to Grandma's, and when I get out to Grandma's, all will be good. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So are you going to your grandma's or what?
Yes, I believe that's what I just sang about, and that's what I'm going to do.
So Little Red Riding Hood went walking away to her grandma's. And so Little Red Riding Hood went walking through the woods. She walked and walked until she came to a section of woods that looked just like a hallway in a house. Little Red Riding Hood stopped. She saw the big bad wolf. She had never seen a big bad wolf before.
Are you the big bad wolf?
Now, do I really look like a big bad wolf?
No, you really look like a cute fluffy animal thing.
That's exactly what I am. Where are you going?
I'm going to my grandma's and I'm gonna give her this big basket of goodies.
Goodies. Those look pretty good.
No, these are for my grandma.
And where does your grandma live?
In the little thatched cottage by the meadow. All alone, totally defenseless.
Probably no one could even hear her screaming for help, huh?
Oh yeah, no one lives around her for miles. If anything bad happened to her, nobody would find out for a long time.
Very interesting.
Well, I better get going, unless you know some sort of shortcut to my grandma's house.
Oh no, I don't know any shortcuts.
Well then I guess I'll see you around, you little white fluffy thing.
I too must get going on a completely unrelated note.
And so Little Red Riding Hood went skipping off through the forest that looked like a hallway. Suddenly Little Red Riding Hood stopped. There before her in the forest was a panda. Hey, what's up?
What are you doing in this story?
Oh, the panda, you know, Little Red Riding Hood, she's going through the woods, she sees the panda, everyone knows that.
There are no pandas in the Little Red Riding Hood story.
Yeah, but I mean, pandas bring like this whole international vibe to it. I think it could be a real hit.
Daddy, is that you under the panda mask?
Panda mask? No, what are you talking about? I'm really a panda. These are woods. I'm a panda. I'm hanging out in the woods. And Little Red Riding Hood sees the panda. Who's Daddy?
Daddy, I can tell that you're wearing the same shirt that you were wearing just a few minutes ago.
What? Oh, the shirt. Yeah, your daddy lent it to me through the Panda Clothing Lending Program. He's a really nice guy. I really appreciate it.
I'm not buying that one, Daddy. Just take off the mask.
Fine. Guess I'll go back to my keyboard. So Little Red Riding Hood continued on her way. Little Red Riding Hood stopped. There was her grandma's house.
Grandma, I brought you a basket of goodies.
Now, who are you?
It's me, Little Red Riding Hood, your granddaughter.
Well, I haven't seen you out here in a while.
Mommy said that you guys got in an argument or something. I don't know, family drama.
Well, let's see what kind of goodies you brought me.
Well, I got you some chips, some Pop-Tarts, some hamburger helper.
Hamburger helper?
It's there when you need a helping hand.
That's a lot of sodium in those products. Did you bring me something to drink?
A drink? That would have been kind of heavy to carry through the woods.
I suppose you're right. Wait, what was that?
Oh, hello.
What are you doing here?
I was supposed to get here before Little Red Riding Hood.
Hey, I know you. You're the fluffy creature I saw before.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd be here so soon. Do you mind stepping out for a bit?
No problem, I'll step out.
I suppose you know what I have to do right now, huh?
Are you gonna eat me up, then pretend that you're me so you can trick Little Red Riding Hood?
Wow, it's like you can read my mind or something.
You know she's right outside the door. All I have to do is scream.
Oh, you wouldn't do that.
And so they began to fight, but Grandma could not fight off the powerful big bad wolf.
Are you guys done yet? Hey, where did the fluffy animal go? Grandma, your face looks a lot furrier from whenever I saw you a few seconds ago.
Yeah, when you get older, you get a lot of stray hairs on your face, and you just can't keep up with trimming them all the time.
Grandma, what big eyes you have.
Oh, the better to see you with, my dear.
Grandma, what big ears you have.
Oh, the better to hear you with, my dear.
Grandma, what big teeth you have.
Oh, the better to eat you with, my dear.
No, Grandma, why are you doing this?
I'm not your grandma, I'm the big bad wolf. Grr!
I've been fooled by your clever disguise.
Just give me those treats and I'll leave.
Oh, you mean these treats? Go get 'em!
The Little Red Riding Hood slammed the door shut.
Grandma, where are you? Grandma? big bad wolf must have eaten Grandma.
Is that big bad wolf still here?
Grandma, you're alive. Oh, Grandma, I thought that the big bad wolf had eaten you.
No, I was hiding the whole time.
Well, wait a minute. You must have heard me struggling with the big bad wolf.
No, I didn't.
I was fighting for my life, Grandma. You could have came out and helped me.
Grandma's hearing isn't what it used to be. I thought you'd went off running into the woods.
Yeah, right, Grandma. Sure.
So let's let bygones be bygones and eat that goodie basket.
I had to throw it outside to trick the wolf into leaving.
Oh, well, I guess you'll go get me some more goodies then, right?
Seriously, Grandma? I just fought off a big bad wolf, and all you can think about is your stomach?
Ahoy! I am the brave and handsome woodsman who has come to save the day.
You're too late, Mr. Brave and Handsome. The big bad wolf's gone.
But this is the part where I come and I defeat the big bad wolf and save your grandma.
I'm good.
Why are you holding a pair of scissors?
Oh, my mommy won't let me use an axe or a hatchet or a chainsaw, so this is all I have.
Pretty lame woodsman.
Yeah, you're too late to rescue us, and all you have is a pair of scissors. Come on, man.
Well, fine. I'll just find someone else who needs rescued. Ahoy!
So what's next for you, kid?
I'm going back to my mother's.
You gonna sing a song about it or something?
As a matter of fact, I will. I'm going back to my mother's. I'm going back to my mother's. I'm going back to my mother's to get some more food. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fine, I'll let it slide. You can keep playing. I'm going back to my mother's. I'm going back to my mother's. I'm going back to my mother's to get some more food. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Grandma! 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 Grandma!
Grandma! Grandma!
Yeah!
The end.
Okay, so what'd you guys think of that story? With the little girl and the grandma and the wolf?
It's pretty good.
Yeah? Yeah, cool. Okay. Now the next one is about these two kids who they find a house in the woods that's made out of candy. And
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I love Hansel and Gretel.
No, it's not Hansel and Gretel. You're thinking of something else, I think. No, this is different. No, this is the one like where there's the old witch, you make the house with candy to lure kids, and then...
That's literally Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
No, I think you guys are confused. Just hear this story, you'll figure it out. Alright, let's go. Once upon a time, a little boy and a little girl named Hansel and Gretel lived far off in the woods.
I'm Gretel.
No, I'm Gretel.
Well, I'm the little girl, so I'm Gretel.
I'm also a little girl, so I must be Gretel.
Well, Hansel could be a girl.
Can we at least change the name to Hannah or something?
Once upon a time, two little girls named Hannah and Gretel lived far off in the woods. The girls were not all alone. They lived with their father, a poor woodcutter. I am but a poor woodcutter.
Daddy, why are we so poor?
Yeah, you have a job. You're a woodcutter. Why isn't that bringing in the money?
We live in a forest. Actually, most people live in a forest, so they're pretty much surrounded by wood.
You didn't put much thought into that career choice, did you?
Once a great famine came across the land, and many people were starving for lack of food.
I'm really hungry, Daddy.
You're always saying that.
Girls, I'm worried there just isn't enough food to go around. I'm going to have to send you off into the woods to look for some food.
You're sending us off alone into the woods to look for food?
Yeah, couldn't you just look around a little bit while you're out there cutting some wood?
Any food I find while cutting wood, I'm required to turn over to the landlord.
Seems legit.
Daddy, why didn't you become a landlord instead of a woodcutter?
My parents couldn't afford to send me to landlord school. They could only afford to send me to woodcutter school.
So I guess you're gonna have to send us off into the woods, huh?
Gretel, I have the feeling that he's just sending us off into the woods so we won't come back.
Oh, our father would never do that to us. Would you, Father?
No?
Well, that seemed pretty convincing.
The girls were worried they would get lost in the woods, so they came up with a plan.
Don't worry, Hannah, I have a plan.
Yeah, I was thinking that we could take our cell phones.
Oh, I let the cell phone plan lapse because it was just too expensive. Sorry.
Best father ever.
Here's my plan, Hannah. We'll use this old hot dog bun to leave a trail of breadcrumbs.
Wait a minute, I thought that there was a famine. Where did you get a hot dog bun?
I made it from the crumbs of a bunch of other hot dog buns.
Well, that's our food. We don't have to go wandering in the woods now. We'll just eat the hot dog bun.
Oh, Hannah, then how will we ever find our way back?
I'm starting to think that she gets her brains from Dad's side of the family.
Well, it seems like you have everything you need. Go on your way and return with lots of food. So the two girls set off on their way through the woods. The girls walked through the woods till they arrived at a section of woods that looked like a hallway. As the girls walked through the woods, they left a trail of breadcrumbs behind. They didn't know that their father, the woodcutter, was eating the breadcrumbs behind them.
That's some good breadcrumbs.
Next, the girls ran into a stranger in the woods.
Oh, hello, little girls.
Are you a giant doggy?
Yes, don't you remember the story of the giant doggy who encounters Hansel and Gretel?
Actually, we're Hannah and Gretel.
Yeah, there was some sort of gender mix-up.
Oh, well, that's okay. Maybe could you just give me the golden dog biscuit now?
Golden dog biscuit?
What are you talking about?
The golden dog biscuit. You give it to me, and I sprout wings and I fly away. Everyone knows the story.
Man, you are really confused.
Yeah, we think you might be in the wrong fairy tale.
Gretel, I don't even think that there is a fairy tale where a dog asks for a golden biscuit and then sprouts wings and flies away.
Oh, this isn't a fairy tale. This is just what I do. Sorry.
And so the girls set off on their way again. It was at that point the girls realized something.
Hannah, I'm all out of hot dog bun.
Should we turn back, Gretel?
I don't know, we haven't found any food yet.
I'll tell you what, let's go pick up all of those hot dog bun crumbs and call it a day.
But when the girls turned around, they saw that all the crumbs were gone.
All the crumbs are gone.
The birds must have eaten them.
Well, I guess there isn't much more we can do now. We have to move on.
I really wish that Daddy hadn't let that cell phone service lapse.
So then the girls went on their way. The girls kept walking through the forest. They walked and walked, but then they saw something amazing.
It's a giant house of candy. We're saved.
Yeah, we can eat the house.
I was thinking that the food inside might be a lot more sanitary. Wow, what a nice house.
But no candy.
Okay, let's go to the kitchen.
There in the kitchen was a strange old lady.
Look, it's a strange old lady.
Oh, what have we here?
Strange old lady, we need your help. We are but two little girls who have become lost in the woods.
Would ye be Hansel and Gretel?
Hannah and Gretel. There was a gender mix-up.
Come in, I will feed ye.
So the girls entered the kitchen, not knowing the strange old woman had evil plans.
Strange old woman, what for you stir in that bowl?
Gretel, why are we talking in Middle English all of a sudden?
I have made fresh combos. Come take as many as you like.
Seems legit.
And so the girls helped themselves to the combos. But then the strange old woman grabbed Gretel's arm.
Strange old woman, why for you grab my arm?
I must show you more food in yonder pantry.
Shall I go too?
Yes, let's all go to yonder pantry.
And so the strange old woman led both of the girls to the pantry.
Is this where the food is kept?
Yes, you must look far in the back to get the best food.
Then the two girls walked into the pantry. But then the strange old woman closed the door.
I get the feeling that we've been had.
At least there's food in here.
Now I shall have plenty of food.
So what's the plan, Gretel?
Follow my lead. Strange old lady, do you need some help around the house?
I suppose I do. No, the little one stays inside the pantry. I don't want you pulling any fast ones.
So, strange old woman, what shall I do?
You may begin toiling.
And so little Gretel began toiling. She toiled and toiled until she was very tired.
I've toiled so long, strange old woman. Can I take a break?
No, for the moment you no longer toil, we shall have your sister for dinner.
I'm right here, you know. I can hear everything you're saying.
So Gretel continued to toil, but soon she felt very weary.
Strange old woman, I feel very weary. Do we really have to eat my sister?
Thou may take a break in the pantry.
And so Gretel stopped toiling and headed to the pantry. But there she stopped.
Why are you not going into the pantry?
I wanted to show you the bucket. It has a hole in it.
But then Gretel tricked the old woman.
Oh, thou hast tricked me!
Then Gretel saved Hannah from the pantry and ran away.
There wasn't even a hole in this bucket, you little liar!
But it was too late, and the little girls ran away from the cottage. So the girls ran and ran through the forest. The girls were tired. They could run no more.
Thanks for saving my life, Gretel.
Ah, you would have done the same.
Now we're lost and we're hungry, and there's a strange old woman after us.
Well, I did steal some combos before we left.
Well, we better make them last. Come on.
And the girls set off. By sheer luck, the girls found their own home. Now for a nice dinner of hot dog crumbs.
Hot dog crumbs, eh?
So it was you that took them, not the birds.
Cheap.
That's it, Daddy. No combos for you.
Yeah, and we're gonna call the local authorities on you.
Tell you what, girls, if I get the phone service turned back on, can we call it even?
Okay, but you have to promise to let us beat you in Fortnite.
And so it was agreed, and everyone lived happily ever after. Okay, how'd you like that story?
Yeah, it was really great.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have another story. Now this one, this is about a girl. She has like these two evil stepsisters and a stepmother, and they put her to work really hard all the time.
Oh, Cinderella, it's a classic.
No, it's not. It's not Cinderella. I think you're confused with something else. Like the one where, like, she has like a glass slipper, and then the prince returns it. And
That is definitely Cinderella. Name like any other fairy tales that have that.
no, I don't think it's what's called Cinderella though. I know what Cinderella is, but I think it's just something else. But I'll start the story, and you can decide. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Cinderella.
I'm Cinderella.
Cinderella lived in the forest with her two evil stepsisters, and they made her do all the work around the house.
Thou art not our real sister, Cinderella.
Thou art but our worker bee. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
But Cinderella could say nothing. She was totally dependent on her stepsisters.
I'm so unhappy, but I can't do anything.
Ye shall not complain. Dost thou not have sumptuous meals of bread and water?
And thou hast the privilege of basking in thine sister's beauty.
Oh yeah, how could I forget? I'm so lucky.
Silence, or we shall banish ye to your room.
Oh yeah, why would I want to be in my room when I could be here scrubbing floors?
Next ye shall scrub the walls.
So Cinderella toiled. She toiled and toiled. But suddenly there was a knock at the door.
Hark, we have a visitor.
Surely it is a suitor who has heard of our beauty.
Yes, our beauty, not Cinderella's.
They sure are rubbing it in, aren't they?
We go.
Oh no, what shall I do without my beautiful stepsisters?
It is a footman from the castle.
What message have ye for us?
Hear ye, by proclamation of the king, all eligible young ladies shall attend the ball tonight at the palace. Hear ye, hear ye.
Ooh, a ball, and only the most beautiful young ladies are invited.
Surely the prince seeks a bride, and he shall have one.
Shall we tell Cinderella?
What? She barely qualifies as human. We shall tell her in order to torment her.
Don't they realize I'm right here?
Oh, Cinderella, we have wonderful news for us.
Yes, the prince has invited us to his castle to a ball, and all lovely young ladies can attend. Thou must stay at home.
Could I not attend after I've completed my chores?
How dare ye speak back to us?
Go off to thine room.
So Cinderella went off to her room to cry.
Now we shall prepare for the ball, and the prince will be mine.
We shall prepare for the ball, but the prince will be mine.
No, he shall be mine.
He shall be mine.
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 Mine. Mine. Mine.
So Cinderella went back to her room, where she consoled herself with her giant white pet rat.
Oh, Ratsley, whatever shall we do?
Then Cinderella had an idea.
I have an idea.
Cinderella had been working on a beautiful cloth, unbeknownst to her sisters.
I shall wear this to the palace ball.
And so Cinderella had her moment of happiness with her beautiful cloth and her giant white pet rat. But then her sister appeared at the door.
What dost thou have there?
Nothing, lovely stepsister.
I shall see with my own eyes. Aha!
It is but a worthless trinket of my own making.
Was thou planning on attending the ball in this rag?
Oh no, I was making it for my favorite stepsister.
It is true that I am everyone's favorite, but thou is lying, and I shall shred this.
Oh no, Ratsley, our last sliver of hope has been shredded to bits.
And then Cinderella began to cry. She cried and cried, but her cries were heard, and a beautiful figure appeared in the doorway before her.
Who are you?
I'm your fairy godmother. I heard your cries.
Oh, fairy godmother, I'm so glad to see you. Can you help me go to the palace ball tonight?
Of course, that's what fairy godmothers are for.
Well, first I need a really cool dress.
Stand and turn as I wave my wand, and the beautiful dress shall be yours.
Wow, it's beautiful. And the shoes are so stylish. Thank you, fairy godmother.
No problem. Now how willst thou be going to the ball?
Guess I'm gonna have to call an Uber, huh?
Ye shall have the finest carriage in the land.
You're gonna have to do some kind of fairy godmother magic for that, I'm assuming.
Come and I will show ye. Seest thine pumpkin in yonder footpath?
Aye, but a pumpkin is no carriage.
Ah, but with a little bit of magic.
'Tis the finest carriage I've ever seen.
And ye shall have a coachman.
Yo, Cinderella, you coming?
Ratsley, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Shall I go now, post haste?
Yes, and be sure to return before midnight when the spell will expire.
Can't you make it like 3 or 4 a.m. or a week or like a couple years?
One night shall be all you will need.
So Coachman Ratsley took Cinderella to the most beautiful castle she'd ever seen. When Cinderella entered the castle, she was amazed, for she had never seen such grandeur.
I have never seen such grandeur.
Then the prince sat in his royal throne, receiving each guest as they arrived. This ought to be good.
O royal prince, dost thou liketh what thou see?
Thou doth not.
Oh, well,
Send in the next one. She's got to be better than that.
Doth his royal highness fancy what he sees?
You've got to be kidding me. No, thou doth not.
How rude!
Then Cinderella approached the prince. She was very nervous.
Good evening, your majesty.
This one might have some potential. What is your name?
There are those who call me Cinderella.
There are those who call me Prince Paco. Nice to meet you.
Prince Paco, might I be so bold as to ask, why is thou a cat?
No one's ever had the guts to ask me that one before.
I am sorry if I offend.
The king needed an heir. He didn't have a son or a daughter, so he chose me.
Prince Paco, may I rub thy royal chin?
I thought you'd never ask. And so Cinderella began to pet the cat, and the cat liked it. It's nice to be treated like a cat instead of royalty.
But cats are a form of royalty to me.
I knew I liked you the moment I saw you. And so the prince and Cinderella hit it off and ignored the entire dance and spent the night talking to each other. But soon Cinderella completely lost track of the time.
Oh no, midnight approacheth.
Don't worry, the castle's open all night.
Thou dost not understand.
Hey, wait, come back. We're just getting to know each other. But it was too late, and Cinderella had to run home. She had run so fast she didn't even realize she had lost a shoe. "Footman, pick up that shoe. We must find that girl." Soon the footman was going door to door, trying to find out who the shoe belonged to. The next day, the evil stepsisters were at it again.
I was the fairest maiden at the ball. The prince said so himself.
No, I was the fairest maiden at the ball. The prince said so himself.
No, it was me.
No, it was me.
Well, we know it wasn't Cinderella because she didn't get to go.
That's right. Cinderella had to stay here all night.
But Cinderella smiled to herself while tidying up the bookshelf. She knew she had been to the ball.
The prince and I hit it off so well, but he'll never accept me the way I look now. Oh, fairy godmother, where are you?
By order of His Royal Majesty the Prince, all young ladies are to try on this shoe to see if it fits so he can find the one.
I'll try on this shoe, and then you'll see that it is clearly mine.
But everyone could clearly see, no matter how hard she tried, the shoe simply would not fit.
Well, anyone can plainly see that this is my shoe. It will fit me, and the prince shall be mine. Perfect fit. Oh!
May I try on the shoe?
You! You weren't even at the ball.
Where would thou get such a fancy shoe anyway?
But Cinderella tried on the shoe and found that it fit perfectly.
It fits perfectly.
The evil stepsisters flew into a rage.
No, it's not fair. You weren't even supposed to go to the ball.
It can't be! Not her! She's nobody! I'm beautiful!
But Cinderella knew that she and the prince belonged together.
Sorry, suckers, I'm headed for the castle.
This is your fault!
No, it's your fault.
It's your fault! It's your fault!
And so Prince Paco and Cinderella were soon reunited. They even let Ratsley join them in the castle. Just to clarify, we didn't get married or anything. Jeez, I'm a cat. And they all lived happily ever after. So don't you just like a happy ending? That was a nice story. Yeah, that's a classic, I think.
love the ending of Cinderella.
That's not Cinderella, though.
It was Cinderella.
No, I'm not sure of the title, but it's definitely not Cinderella.
It was Cinderella. Listen to the story. That was Cinderella.
We better move on. I have one last tale. This one you'll like. This woman, she is able to spin straw into gold.
Rumpelstiltskin is the best ever.
No, I think it's called like the girl who could spin stuff into gold, and like she has to guess this guy's name by a certain day.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, it is.
What? Rumple what? No. No, I think it's called like Guessy McGuest Guy or something.
Why would it be called that?
Well, why don't I just read the story and then you guys can decide. A long time ago in a faraway kingdom, there lived a lovely miller's daughter.
Hi, I'm the miller's daughter.
The miller's daughter had a cat, which was the thing she cared about most in the whole wide world.
Oh, Cat, you're the thing I care about most in the whole wide world. I hope nothing bad ever happens to you.
The miller's daughter had a father, a miller. He was a very boastful man. I'm the miller, and I like to boast. I think I'm the best boaster in the whole kingdom. One day the miller came to take his daughter to go see the king. "O daughter, we shall go see the king, for I have much boasting to do."
Must I join you, father, for ye can boast without me?
What you say is true, sweet daughter, for I am the best boaster in the entire kingdom. But this time it is ye I intend to boast about.
But father, why should the king be interested in me? For I am but a poor miller's daughter.
Poor? We're doing all right. Anyway, I feel the king should have a place for you in his royal staff. So the miller's daughter left her beloved kitty behind and joined her father to go see the king at the palace. But when the miller and his daughter arrived at the castle, they had a surprise. The kingdom was in fact not ruled by a king, but ruled by a queen. This kind of throws a monkey wrench into my plans.
Who is this who stands before the queen?
I am but a humble miller in your kingdom. I am so humble, so very, very humble. And this is my beautiful daughter. She is so beautiful. She is the most beautiful miller's daughter in the kingdom.
Ah, the boastful miller I've heard so much about. What do you seek from the queen today?
Thy Majesty flatters me. I am but offering my daughter's services to the kingdom.
As a royal subject, that is understood. What services does she offer?
She can do all kinds of things. She'd make a really good wife for someone.
We have no need of a wife in this palace.
Right. That's what I was telling her. Where'd you get that idea anyway? Of course they have no need for a wife. She can do lots of other stuff. She can tell jokes, tell a joke or something, be funny. But the miller's daughter had no jokes to tell the queen.
'Tis a strange silent joke, I suppose, but not funny enough to land a position in my palace.
Oh yeah, no, I was just kidding about the whole joke thing. See, that was the joke. No, what she really can do really well is juggling. Yeah, juggling. Show her how you can juggle. But the miller's daughter did not know how to juggle any better than she could tell a joke.
'Tis the worst juggling the queen has ever seen. Tell me your daughter's true talent, or ye shall both pay dearly.
Oh, don't worry. I was just saving the best for last. She can spin straw into gold. Huh? How about that? Now the queen was interested.
Now we are interested. How soon can thou turn straw into gold?
Oh, well, not right here, of course. She needs a little privacy, so if you could set her up with her own private quarters, a little bit of straw, she should be good to go.
Fine then, it is done. And do not come back without gold.
And so the miller's daughter was taken off to her own private room to spin gold. Thank you, Queen. You are not going to regret this. This is going to be great.
We shall see.
And so the miller's daughter tried to spin the straw into gold, but try as she might, she could not do it.
Why did my father tell the queen I could spin straw into gold? I cannot do it no matter how hard I try.
She became more and more frustrated, and then the miller's daughter began to cry. But then the miller's daughter realized she wasn't alone. There, standing before her, was a strange little man.
Who art thou, strange little man?
My name is no concern of yours. Why for you cry?
By the boast of my father, the queen has ordered me to spin this straw into gold, but alas, I cannot, and I fear the worst.
Spin straw into gold. Perhaps I could be of assistance for the right reward.
Could thou really spin straw into gold?
Perhaps. What have ye there on your wrist?
This is a bracelet that belonged to my mother.
If thou would give me the bracelet, I shall spin straw into gold, and ye shall be saved.
Even though the miller's daughter did not want to give up her beloved mother's bracelet, she had to do it, for she needed the straw to be turned into gold.
Ah, 'tis a fine piece of jewelry. This will take no time.
So the miller's daughter let the strange man start spinning the gold. In no time at all, the strange man had woven a beautiful gold necklace.
Behold, the gold has been spun.
I am saved. Thank you, strange old man.
Nice doing business with you.
I shall take this to the queen, and she shall be pleased.
Yeah, whatever, knock yourself out.
Your Majesty, I have spun the finest gold for you.
'Tis fine gold indeed. Her Majesty is pleased.
I am pleased that Her Majesty is pleased.
Miller's daughter, please spin me more gold.
More gold, Your Majesty?
Dost thou have a problem with that?
Oh no, Your Majesty. I shall begin immediately.
It's good to be the queen.
And so the miller's daughter went back and began trying to spin the straw into gold. But as much as she tried, she was unable to do it.
How did that strange old man do that? I wish he was here to help me again.
So, trying to spin straw into gold again, eh?
I fear so, and if I do not, the queen may punish me.
Oh, she'll punish you all right. Looks like you could use some help.
Strange little man, could thou help me again?
I could help for the right price. What do you got, kid?
All I have is my mother's most treasured ring.
Man, for a miller's daughter, you sure got some bling, kid.
Wouldst thou take this in exchange for spinning straw into gold?
Thou wouldst?
So the miller's daughter gave the man the ring, and he immediately began spinning the straw.
Strange little man, could I watch while he does this?
No, because if you learn it, you won't need me. Job security.
And so the strange little man worked and worked on the straw until he had spun more gold.
How about this, kid?
'Tis a fine gold necktie.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty much the best.
Thou boasting reminds me of my father.
Yeah, go see the queen or whatever it is you're doing next.
And so the miller's daughter went to show the gold to the queen.
Your Majesty, thou hast spun a necktie of the finest gold.
Ah, 'tis a unique item and handsome. Thine royal boyfriend will love this.
Great, I'm glad you like it. So I'm off the hook now?
I have but one more request.
You want me to spin more gold out of straw?
Capital idea, young lady.
So just theoretically, I'm just thinking out loud, what if I said no?
Well, then thy and thy father would spend the rest of thine days in the royal dungeon.
I thought so.
This time the miller's daughter didn't even bother trying to spin the straw into gold. Instead, she called out,
Hello, strange little old man, I need your help again.
You need my help again. What a surprise.
The situation is desperate. If I do not spin more gold, my father and I will be thrown into the royal dungeon.
Way ahead of you, sister. I already spun you something.
Thank you, strange little man.
Not so fast. What are you gonna give me?
Alas, I have no more jewelry to give.
Well, no deal then. You're just gonna have to take your chances in the dungeon.
Oh, but strange little man, I cannot bear the thought of going to the dungeon. Is there anything else I can give you?
I've been looking for a pet for a while. Do you have a cat that you can give me?
This made the miller's daughter very sad to hear, for she loved her cat very much, more than anything else in the world. But she had to give it to him.
I do have a cat. He is living in my cottage.
Great, I'll just send someone to go pick him up.
But the miller's daughter changed her mind.
I can't do it. I'll go to the dungeon instead.
Really? You like your cat that much? Must be one awesome cat.
Please, strange little man, take mercy upon me.
Well, I don't normally do this, but I'll make you a little deal.
Anything, sir.
I'll give you the gold, but if you can guess my name in 3 days, I'll let you keep the cat.
The miller's daughter thought it was an unusual request, but she agreed, for she had no other choice.
Guess your name in 3 days? All right.
Here you go, kid.
The queen will be pleased.
Now remember, 3 days to guess my name, or I'm gonna come and get that cat.
So the miller's daughter went off to show the queen the new gold.
Your Majesty, I have spun the finest gold for you.
Ah, number 1, like me. I like that.
So wouldst thou have any other requests?
Nah, I'm good on gold for a while. Do you want a job tidying up around here?
Oh yes, very much so. Thank you, Your Majesty.
And so the miller's daughter was allowed to bring her cat and live in the palace in relative luxury.
Oh, Cat, I'm so happy.
That night, the strange little man appeared in her room.
Time for the name game to begin.
Oh yeah, that's right. You wanted me to guess your name for some reason.
The reason is, if you can't guess it in 3 nights, then I get that cat.
Is your name Thomas?
Nope.
Is it Harold?
Nope.
So the miller's daughter guessed name after name, but every time the answer was no. After a long time, the miller's daughter was tired, so she agreed to guess on another night.
I'll try again tomorrow night.
Yeah, you will. And if you don't get it in the next 2 nights, I'm gonna get your cat.
The miller's daughter was very worried. She didn't want to lose her beloved cat, so she came up with a plan.
I'll look in yonder books for the strangest names I can find. Surely the man's name will be in one of them.
The next day, the strange man appeared in her room.
Yo, let's get this party started.
Okay, let me just look through my list here. Is it Abner?
Nope.
Basil?
Nope.
Cosmo?
So the miller's daughter guessed name after name from the long list she had made, but the answer was always no.
Sorry, kid. Time's up. I'll be back tomorrow night.
The miller's daughter was very worried.
Oh, Cat, I only have one more night to figure out his name.
Oh wait, you're trying to guess that guy's name?
Cat, you speak.
Yeah, it's something I always could do.
Dost thou know the strange man's name?
Well, I was out patrolling for mice the other night, and I saw that man dancing around a fire and singing the strangest little song.
What was the song, Cat?
Well, I'm not gonna sing it for you, but the lyrics were, "No matter how long she plays this game, she'll never guess Rumpelstiltskin is my name."
Rumpelstiltskin? What an odd name.
Yeah, that's probably why I thought you'd never guess it. Jeez.
Oh, thank you, Cat. You are saved.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't want to live with that guy anyway. And so on the 3rd and final day, the strange old man appeared once again.
Let's get started, kid.
And so the miller's daughter began guessing names, even though she already knew the strange old man's name.
Is it Addie?
No.
Perhaps it's Jerry?
Nope, not Jerry.
Is it Paco?
Seriously, Paco? Nope. Do I look like a Paco?
I'm pretty much fresh out of names, so I'm almost ready to give up.
Yeah, you probably should. Hand over that putty cat.
Well, Cat, I guess this is it. Wait, I do have one more name.
Come on, I haven't got all day, you know.
Is it maybe, possibly, Rumpelstiltskin?
Who told you my name? How did you know that?
Oh, so it is Rumpelstiltskin. Well then, I guess you don't get the cat. Goodbye.
You cheated! Somebody told you! I don't know how you did it! I'm so mad!
Oh, there was no cheating involved. I just guessed your name, so go on your way.
Boy, she sure is laying it on thick, isn't she? Rumpelstiltskin was so furious that he had been fooled that he began stomping his feet. He stomped and stomped so much that his feet dug a hole and he fell straight into the earth.
Ah!
And so the miller's daughter and her cat lived happily ever after. Hey daughter, I'm going on a worldwide boasting tour. Let's go!
Here we go again.
All right, the end. So that was that story. What did you guys think?
Yeah, I really liked Rumpelstiltskin.
No, I'm still pretty sure it's not Rumpelstiltskin.
It was Rumpelstiltskin!
No, even though he specifically says his name was Rumpelstiltskin, I think that's too obvious. I think it's a different title for this one. Wow. Anyway, anyway, why don't we do an outro here? Did you like this video? Is that what you normally say?
Yeah, did you like this video? Do you... I don't know. Let us know.
Do you like stories? What do you think the titles really were? Let us know in the comments below. You're pointing below, right? All right. And
if you're not following Baby Teeth 4 on Instagram, you're missing out. We post new pictures, videos, and stories every day.
Every day. At least when we can, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, and don't we have another channel? We have a couple channels, but what's the one we like to talk about?
Jillian and Addie. Go to Jillian and Addie. It's basically like hanging out with Jillian and Addie.
It is. It's the next best thing, huh? We also have Baby Teeth More and Baby Teeth 4 as well. And thanks for watching, guys. And we will see you next week, we promise, with a brand new video. All new.
This is my Cinderella wave. This is my Cinderella wave. Like.